all of them are different, and all of them are thinking differently. There is a problem. Both the core of the political psyche of the people, it is different. There the whole program. Corruption is okay. We can say it is the nature of human beings. But why they are also corrupting and also developing the world?
Very good afternoon to our guest, Dr. Lubna Sarwat Madam, well-being economist and environmentalist. Our guest of honor, Padma Shri Hanumat Rao sir, founder chairman of Srikar Academy of Rehabilitation Sciences. Our guest of honor, Dr. Anita Reddy, assistant governor, Rotary Club of Smart Hyderabad. Our guest of honor, Dr. Aulappa Sasnakota sir, who is the chairman of Sasnakota Aulappa Foundation and chairman of Swashakti Smart and chairman of the Green Eagles Global Hospital and many more to sir's credit. Revered Professor Kaisar Jabil ma'am, the president OWSD NCI, respected Professor P.P. Reddy sir, respected Professor Jyoti ma'am, the vice president of OWSD NCI, the respected Dr. Vijay Lakshmi ma'am, the in-charge director of Institute of Genetics, respected Professor Vijay Kadam ma'am, the retired dean of Acharya N.G. Ranga Agriculture University, respected Dr. Chitra Airavatam ma'am, president of Rotary Club Smart Hyderabad, respected Dr. Vasudha ma'am, the treasurer of the program, our respected awardees, Dr. M. Sujata ma'am, senior medical consultant, clinical geneticist and genetic counselor of Institute of Genetics, Dr. Manju Shri ma'am, the scientist, SG and head of NRSA, National Research Sensing Center, Dr. Jayalata ma'am, director, MNJ Institute of Oncology and Research Center, Ms. Srimati Sunita ma'am, chairperson and managing director, Ma ENT Hospitals, founder and managing trustee of Ma Research Foundation and founder and chairperson of Ma Institute of Speech and Hearing, Dr. Anita Voduri ma'am, professor and dean PG studies of Professor Jaishankar, Telangana State Agricultural University, Dr. Naina Singh ma'am, consultant of Obgyn and Surgery at Basant Sani Hospital, Secunderabad. All are respected members of OWSD, students and special invitees. A very good afternoon to all of you. And on the behalf of OWSD NCI chapter, Rotary Club of Smart Hyderabad and Institute of Genetics, we extend a hearty welcome to this program celebrated on the occasion of the International Women's Day. So to begin with the program, please let me allow to call upon the President of OWSD NCI, Professor Kaisar Jabil ma'am, to please come on to the dais and grace the chair, ma'am. May I request our team to greet ma'am with a sapling. May I now request Professor Jyoti ma'am, the Vice President of OWSD NCI, to please come on to the dais and grace the chair, ma'am. May I now request Dr. Vijay Lakshmi ma'am, Director, Institute of Genetics, to please come on to the dais and grace the chair. May I now request Dr. Chitra ma'am, the President, Rotary Club of Smart Hyderabad, to please come on to the dais and grace the chair. I request our team to please present a sapling to ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. May I now request our guest of honor, Padma Shri Hanumat Rao sir, to please come on to the dais and grace the chair, sir. Dr. Anand sir has studied MD Pediatrics and trained in the rehabilitation medicine at All India Institute of Physical Medicine Rehabilitation Center, did his PhD in rehabilitation physiology and published many papers in national and international reviews with the innate urge to serve the neglected section of the society, that is the disabled, with great hope, vision and mission. He started a facility for children with mental retardation with 5 children and 1 teacher in 1977 in garage attached to his clinic in spite of busy practice. Today it has grown into the Sweetcart Academy of the Rehabilitation Sciences, and he is the founder and chairman of the same center that renders services to all types of disabled of all age groups by all types of specialists under one roof, and it is a model center. It also develops rehabilitation professionals through 3 institutes, that is Institute of Special Education, Institute of Speech and Audiology and Institute of Clinical Psychology. So this is the only institute established in the entire twin states, Telangana and AP. To reach the unreached, to care the uncared disabled population in other parts of TS and AP, he has opened 3 campuses at Kadapa, Tandur and Guntur and operated 17 years with personal resources. And to serve persons with different disabilities, he has opened several centers, and to name the list goes long. It is from 5.1 to 5.8, that is Center for Children with Developmental Delays, Center for Autism Spectrum Disorders, Center for Attention Deficit Hyperactive Disorder, Center for Learning Disorders, High School and Junior College for Deaf, Center for Physiotherapy and Occupational Therapy, Center for Speech Therapy and Audiological Problems, Institute for Mentally Ill Patients to treat drug addicts and persons with mental illnesses. So he has extended yearly services to 85 lakhs, 85.75 lakhs, Divyang Jan, and contributed 8,700 rehabilitation professionals. So it is quite exceptional. And sir has received nearly 47 national and international awards and received 5 times national awards by Presidents of India. And he's been conferred with Padma Shri Award for the year 2020. So it's an honor to share the stage with us. May I now request our guest of honor, Sri Anita Reddy ma'am, Assistant Governor of Rotary Club of Smart Hyderabad. She's madam is yet to come. So may I now request our guest of honor, Dr. Aulappa Sasnakota sir, to please come on to the dais and grace the chair, sir. So sir has done his MBBS from Guntur Medical College, Andhra University, and is a member and fellow of many prestigious organizations like College of Chest Physicians of India, Delhi, Indian Public Health Association, Kolkata, College of Chest Physicians of India. So now the current positions held by sir are that he is the president of Swashakti Smart, chairman of Aulappa Foundation, chairman of Hospital Ethics Committee, Clinicals Global Hospital, vice chairman of Telangana Meditation and Arbitration Center, and just to name a few, and many more are there in the list. Sir has received many awards like Krishi Ratna Award, Vaidya Shiromani Award, Vaidya Ratna Award, Vishishta Puraskar Award, Lifetime Achievement Award from Kamlakar Memorial Charitable Trust, Dhanvantari Award from Jain International Trust. Sir has also served in several postings in AP state government services, to name a few: Municipal Health Officer at Ongole, School Health Officer at Rayalaseema, District Immunization Officer at Eluru, Civil Surgeon and Additional District Medical and Health Officer at Khammam. Kindly pardon me, sir, there are many to read out. So he has received several honors and recognitions. May I now request our chief guest, Dr. Lubna Sarwat ma'am, the environmentalist, to please come on to the dais and grace the chair, ma'am. Madam is a well-being economist and socio-political environmental activist. She is a founder secretary for Shausa Foundation and Center for Wellbeing Economics, Hyderabad. She is the state general secretary, Socialist Party, core committee member of South Asian People's Action Against Climate Crisis. She is the former convener for Save Our Urban Lakes from 2013 to 18. She won the Best Economist 2012 award for her presentation at the economics debate panel conducted by Indo-Kuwait Friendship, and her open lectures at India and abroad include many lectures like Institutional Political Economy, Introductory Lecture on Islamic Economics and Institutional Perspective for Inclusive and Universal Well-being. She is a former lecturer at Trishakti University at Jakarta, Indonesia, And as founder secretary of Shausa Foundation, she is involved in educational, employment, finance, moral education, life skills, and aspects concerning the well-being of circumstantial. So as a political activist, Madam is striving for electoral reforms and ethics in governance through direct participation as well as representation. So I think I've finished with this program, and I ask everyone to please stand up for the invocation. And now request the dignitaries to join hands to inaugurate the program by lighting of the
side on that. Madam. Thank you, dignitaries. May I now request Professor Kaisar Jamil ma'am to present the welcome address. చెప్పరా
Greetings for the International Women's Day. I am very sorry that today being suddenly announced as a holiday for the state government, all the students have and staff have not been able to come. Vidya Lakshmi will tell more about that. So, chief guest of the occasion, Dr. Lubna Sarwar, and guest of honor, Dr. Raula Pagalu, and Padma Shri Hanumantrao Garu, and Dr. Vijayalakshmi, Dr. Jyoti, Dr. Chitra, Dr. Deepika, and Dr. P.P. Reddy, and the awardees, and Dr. Vasudha, Dr. Nasri. I welcome you all and my students and colleagues and staff of this institute. I'm very happy to welcome you all on this occasion of the International Women's Day. So, ladies and gentlemen, greetings to you all who have assembled here. I'm Dr. Kaisar Jameel, OWSD National Chapter President, and I am happy to welcome you all on this special day, especially on the International Women's Day. Though I believe that every day is a Women's Day, but it will be kind of embarrassment for the men also, because they also contribute to the society. So, but I really wish that you all understand this point, that every day is a Women's Day. So, as we all know, we are here every year to reiterate our goals and our aims, that women have to celebrate their achievements, and also we reiterate that education for girls is very important, and also women's empowerment, and these phrases you must have heard many a times. But what is new for this International Women's Day, it is about digital world. So as we go along, we need to know new technologies, embrace these technologies, and move forward with the new technologies. So this is the new theme for this International Women's Day. And we have to know how this digital world and big data, they all impact our life. So this is what the women have to realize and embrace, and how they can contribute to microfinance and all the economically how they can contribute. So this is the kind of thing. And yesterday we had one virtual meet with our OWSD President, Professor Jennifer Thompson. And we are having OWSD 2-day celebrations for International Women's Day. One was yesterday, which was virtual, and all the countries of the Asia Pacific region, their national chapters, they all were virtually talking to each other. They were discussing about diaspora, and even members from our chapter, like Dr. Vasudha, also has her views about what diaspora can contribute to the society, and many people from OWSD interacted, like Dr. Jyoti, Dr. Vijay Kagar, and other members from OWSD contributed, and new themes have emerged, new ideas have emerged, and that is including men in our committees. So that is the new thing which has emerged, because we know that actually Dr. Atiya Kaple, who is the Vice President of the Asia Pacific region of the world, which includes 19 countries, and these 19 country chairpersons, who are from every country has its own chairperson and has its own national chapter. So all these chapter presidents, many were there, some were not there due to connecting problems globally, but they all participated, and it was a great success. So some very good points which emerged out of that meeting was that our national chapter members participated, and they discussed about equity and equality. So I have been working with OSW for a very long time. I've been elected as Vice President way back in 1997 or 1998 when I went for that meeting about organization of science, TWAS, that was called TWAS meeting. So in that I went there, and there we found that a group of women joined together, and they formed a women's meet, and that was Third World Organization of Women in Science. So at that time, I was elected as the vice president of that global meet, and we had about 3,000 members at that time. So we formed this OWST lately, then after serving for 8 years as vice president, because we were very new, we didn't know how to make a strategic plan, we didn't know how to go about organizing these things world over to different countries, how to interact with them, how to network with other countries. But anyhow, we did something with Dr. Lydia Makuhu, who was from African region. She was the president. So I worked with her for several years, almost 8 years, till I told her, no, we have to change this thing, and even the organizers have asked us, okay, have a general body election, and we will now go for a new committee. So I requested DST. So DST hosted this event in Bangalore, where many people at that time, AJP Abdul Kalam was the president. He also came to that meeting, and all other dignitaries and from many countries have joined. So at that time we had a workshop, meeting, and we developed lots of strategies and all, and then we had elections. So I was nominated, and many people have voted for me, and then they made me president of the society. So I became the president of OWSD, and I was there for 5 years. Then we mobilized our Indian chapter, and we made our Indian chapter, and I mobilized my team to various countries, where I took them wherever I went. I took them with me to visit various countries. We tried to understand the women's problems in various countries, and we tried to help as many. And now we thought of making, the membership was growing like anything, it was growing. So we had now more than 10,000 members. So individual 10,000 meeting in one place is impossible. So we thought of forming the national chapters. So we have a national chapter now in 54 countries. Some other countries have yet to form the national chapters. So once they are formed, then we will be networking with the chapter chairpersons, and then these people will now network with us to find out who are the expertise in this field for them, who can interact with the other country. Like Bangladesh wants to interact on the food and nutrition, and we have Dr. Vijay Khadar will be interacting with them directly. Whoever wants to take her expertise in nutrition, she will be interacting from the Indian chapter. Like that, for genetics, we have Dr. Sujata, myself, Jyoti, and Vijay Lakshmi, and so many people are there. So we are a group. So whoever likes to interact with us on academic genetics or clinical genetics or medical genetics, and depends on their requirement, and we can help them. So this way we have now national chapters in many countries, and we are trying to score them. So this is a little about our OWSD. So I'm happy to tell you that 3 organizations, like-minded organizations, like we are promoting girl-child education, empowering women, empowering their leadership programs, and we have with us as our partner in this organization Dr. Chitra, who is president of the Rotary Club. She is very busy in skill development of ladies, educating them in wash areas and also in environmental issues. So we have Dr. Vijay Lakshmi, where she will be collaborating with us in the three trio organization, where they will, university is the producer of the education. So she will be very good. So the 3 organizations have come together for a single goal, to educate girls and to empower women and to develop the skills. That is the reason we 3 have joined hands together, and we are trying to selected a few women who can who can be felicitated at this time. So one more important point which emerged in yesterday's meeting that our president will also talk about equity versus equality, and that is why she wants to include the men in this group, and then they can take this gender equality and making gender inclusive policies forward. So I think so these societies, only I will say that only those societies will flourish where women may be given equal respect and not taken for granted. International Women's Day will focus on a call of action for accelerating gender parity and setting agendas and goals in achieving these targets. So learn to move forward with new technologies coming our way. Today we are here to celebrate the presence of women in society and to celebrate their achievements. I am happy to welcome all of you and wishing all women of the world a day filled with love, respect and appreciation. May every woman be blessed with courage, confidence, determination and to achieve all her dreams. Let us celebrate the progress we have made towards gender equality and continue to work further in the future. I congratulate the special awardees and I wish them more successes, and I thank our chief guest, Dr. Lubna, for sparing her time to be with us, and Reverend guests of honor, Padma Shri Hanumantrao Garu and Dr. Avulappa Garu for their dynamic presence. I am looking forward to hearing their views on this subject, and I welcome you and thank you for listening to me. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for your kind words. May I now request Professor Jyoti, ma'am, to speak about the theme of International Women's Day.
Guest of today's function. Madam Lubna Sarkar, the guest of honor, Padma Shri P. Hanumantrao Garu, Dr. Avulappa Garu, President of OWSD, the chair we call now, Dr. Kaiser Jamil, Director Institute of Genetics, Vijay Lakshmi, Dr. Chitra, President Rotary Smart, Professor T.P. Reddy Garu, all the honorable guests, ladies and gentlemen, a very good evening to you all. It's a great pleasure to celebrate this International Women's Day with you all and share my thoughts on this day. It is well said that women are the real architects of the society. This special day, the 8th March, is celebrated as International Women's Day across the globe, and it is a day when women are recognized for their achievements without regard to divisions, whether national, ethnic, linguistic, cultural, economic or political. It is an occasion for looking back on past struggles and accomplishments, and more importantly, for looking ahead to the untapped potential and opportunities that await our future generations of women. International Women's Day has been observed since early 1900s. There's a small history behind it. I should say it's not small, but of course a century history. There was a rapid industrialization during 1900s, and a storm of changes were taking place, and a lot of population growth that was being observed, and the women employees were at great unrest as they were oppressed, and inequality was spurring women to become more vocal and initiate a campaign for a change in their operating conditions. In 1908, it began with 15,000 women who marched through New York City demanding for shorter working hours, better pay, and also voting rights. In 1909, according to a declaration by the Socialist Party of America, the first National Women's Day was observed across the United States on February 28. In 1910, an international conference of working women was held in Copenhagen. Clark Zetkin, the leader of the Women's Office of the Socialist Party of Germany, tabled the idea of International Women's Day. She proposed that every year, in every country, there should be a celebration on the same day, a Women's Day, to press for the demands. Over 100 women from 17 countries represented the thing, and the representations were mainly by women unions, socialist parties, working women clubs, including the first 3 women who were selected for the Finnish parliament. I think, Finland was the first to include, women participants in parliament. And they all greeted the idea of Zetkin and approved unanimously for the celebration of this International Women's Day. That's how this has resulted. In 1911, actually, following the decision agreed at Copenhagen, the first International Women's Day was honored in Austria, Denmark, Germany, and Switzerland. More than 1 million women and men attended the rallies, campaigning for women's right to work, right to vote, right to be trained, and right to hold public office and end discrimination. And around 1914, the day additionally became a day of protest, and the Russian women protested the World War I on the last Sunday of February, which fell on 23rd of February. In Europe also, women commanded rallies to protest for the war, and that also they decided to do it on the last Sunday of February, which fell on 8th March according to Gregorian calendar. And after several discussions, International Women's Day was agreed to be marked annually on March 8th, because according to the widely accepted Gregorian calendar, 8th March was then decided, and that's how we are celebrating it today. That's the history. In 1975, United Nations also marked the International Women's Day, and in 1996, the UN announced the first annual theme on Women's Day, that was celebrating the past, planning for the future. That's how the theme appeared, from 1996. In 1997, they gave it as Women at Peace Table. In 98, with Women and Human Rights. In 99, with World Free of Violence Against Women, and so on until current. In 2000, the new millennium, the world moved into many spheres, and there was not much activity occurring in most of the countries on this particular day, and there was a need for reigniting this day, and that's how there was they launched a website, and that website now provides useful guidance and adopts an annual campaign theme that is globally relevant for groups and organizations. The campaign theme specifically focused on timely topics to advance women, like choose to challenge, balance for better, pledge for parity, and each for equal. Last year it was break the bias, etc. And the year 2011 actually saw the centenary year of the IWD, that is International Women's Day, and the then President of United States, Barack Obama, he proclaimed March 2011 to be the Women's History Month, and he called Americans to mark the day by reflecting on the extraordinary accomplishments of women in shaping the nation. Now coming to the UN theme for this year, and we have to look for 2023 and beyond. The theme here is Digital, Innovation and Technology for Gender Equality. Digital is a concept that encompasses the digital transformation that occurs across all aspects of our lives. It is about using technology to create new opportunities, improve efficiency, and enhance our overall quality of life. It also warrants that everyone has equal access to these digital opportunities, regardless of background or socio-economic status. We live in a world where women still face significant barriers to equal opportunities and representation in many aspects of society. However, technology and innovation have the power to break down these barriers and create a more equitable and inclusive world. Digital can be a powerful tool for promoting gender equality in several ways. For example, technology can be used to expand access to education and skills training for girls and women, particularly in low-income or remote areas. Online learning platforms, virtual classrooms, and mobile learning apps are just a few examples of how technology can increase education access and help close the gender gap in skills and knowledge. Innovation and technology can also provide women with greater access to job opportunities, especially in fields where women are traditionally underrepresented. For example, women are still underrepresented in STEM fields. STEM, I mean, is science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. But initiatives such as coding boot camps and online learning programs are helping to increase the number of women in these fields. Technology can also provide new opportunities for entrepreneurship, as online platforms make it easier for women to start and grow their own businesses. Social media and online platforms can be powerful tools for promoting diverse perspectives and amplifying the voices of women and marginalized groups. However, it is essential to note that technology alone cannot solve the problem of gender inequality. System barriers such as discrimination, gender-based violence, unequal pay still need to be addressed. But by leveraging innovation technology, we can make progress towards a more equal and inclusive world. Digital represents a major shift in the manner we live, work, and network each other. It is an exciting time of innovation and opportunity, but it's also a time to be mindful of the challenges that come with it. By working together to bridge the digital divide, we can ensure that everyone has equal access to the benefits of digital. Diana Ross, a cultural icon and a trailblazer of women and African Americans in the entertainment industry, says, I quote, "You can't just sit there and wait for people to give you the golden dream. You've got to get out there and make it happen for yourself." In this context, the quote by Diana Ross is a call to action, encouraging individuals to take responsibility for their own lives and pursue their dreams and aspirations individually. It emphasizes that the power to create change lies within us and that we must be proactive and persistent in pursuing our goals rather than waiting for others to make it happen for us. This year, the campaign theme of IWD is Embrace Equity. Embracing equity requires a conscious effort to identify and dismantle systemic barriers that prevent certain groups of people from having equal opportunities and access to resources. Some steps that you can take to embrace equity are: educate yourself. This can help you understand the root causes of inequity and identify areas where change is needed. Acknowledge your own biases. We all have conscious or unconscious biases. It's important to recognize and work to overcome them so you can approach issues with a more open and inclusive mindset. Listen to marginalized voices. Amplify the voices of those who have been historically marginalized and excluded from decision-making processes. This can help ensure that their perspectives and experiences are taken into account and the solutions are developed with their needs in mind. You have to take action. Once you've identified areas where change is needed, take action to address them. And this can involve advocating for policy changes, supporting organizations, working towards equity, or making changes within your community or workplace. Hold yourself accountable. The last one is that reflect on your own actions and decisions and hold yourself accountable for creating a more equitable world. This can involve seeking feedback from others, evaluating the impact of your actions, and continuing to learn and grow. Friends, each one of us can actively support and embrace equity with our own sphere of influence. Equality should be the goal and equity should be the means to achieve it. Together we can work to impact a positive change. Together we can help forge an equal world. So let's embrace equity today and always. Thank you. I thank the organizers for giving me this opportunity, and I want to wish all the women a very happy International Women's Day.
Thank you very much, ma'am. May I now request Dr. Vijayalakshmi ma'am to speak on the topic University Grooming Scientist Knowledge Storehouse and Director.
Respected Chief Guest, Dr. Lubna Saraswat, the Guest of Honors, Padma Sri Hanumantrao Garu, Dr. Aulappa Sasanakota, and the Secretary OWSD Professor Kaiser Jamil ma'am, the Vice President Professor Jyoti ma'am, and other dignitaries on the days, of the days, the awardees, invitees, and other members. Good afternoon to you all and welcome to this program. I am happy to see all women achievers in this program and the men who are supporting them. So it's my pleasure to address the gathering, the learned gathering. So to talk few words about our institute, you all know that institute has been serving the patient community from the past 43 years towards genetic diagnosis and genetic counseling. More than 3 lakh patients got benefited out of our services. We have been into the diagnostics as well as into the research. So our research activities, they have reported some new rare diseases from the institute, and that too for the first time from India. So that I can say proudly the research scholars' achievements by step-by-step investigations, they have identified these rare diseases. And not only the diagnostics and research, we have already been into the outreach activities. As you know, the genetic diseases, they should be prevented. Prevention is better than cure, and there is no cure for these genetic diseases. So by identifying this fact, our institute is trying to create awareness into the public by visiting the villages and also the colleges, and we have been screening the vulnerable population for the genetic defects, and also we are counseling them. And recently we have already completed this health camp with the women teaching employees on 6th March on the occasion of International Women's Day. So our staff continuously, they worked on Sunday and Monday too, like almost 12 hours from 7 o'clock to 8 o'clock. So till 8 o'clock they were here helping all the women employees to undergo the screening program. And this screening program is to identify the risk factors for diabetes, thyroid, and PCODs and other reproductive disorders. And apart from this, the MHA Cancer Institute also involved in cancer screenings. So that's the reason it took a long time for all the participants to complete the screening programs. And for our staff also, these 2 days were hectic to look after the arrangements. So that is the reason they could not make it to this program. So for that, I really express my sorry for the organizers, the Professor Kaiser Jamil Madam. This is an unexpected holiday also declared by the Osmania University. Otherwise, the hall would have been filled and the students would have been really motivated by your words. So this is brief about our institute, and also to talk about Osmania University. Osmania University has completed 100 years, and during this period, many professors, researchers, they have generated a lot of novel information that is stored in our library, and now it is into the digital library too, and it has generated many scholars and gave many scholars to the world. So that way university is already encouraging research activities. And to talk about the equity, and if you see the scholars of Osmania University, many of them are women scholars. So even the Usmania University employees are more than 60% of them are women employees. So we are already reaching to that equity, and university is always supporting the women faculty, employees, and also the scholars. So whatever way they can go forward and achieve their goals, the faculty are motivating them, and even the administrators are also supporting them. And to promote further the new generations, the university has taken initiative to start the research and development cell in all the affiliated colleges. Our institute is one of the research center and hospital under Usmania University. We are already into research activities, but in other colleges also, wherever the teaching is the main activity, there also the university has started research and development cell, and that way it is promoting the research activities. And anyway, the women scholars are always encouraged by establishing Center for Women's Studies. So this health camp, whatever we have completed on 6th March, that is in collaboration with Center for Women's Studies, Telangana Diagnostics, and MNJ Cancer Institute. And as per new education policy, the UGC has made it mandatory for the students to complete short-term projects during graduation and major research projects during their post-graduation. So these are the few steps that the university has taken to promote the research activities. And coming to women faculty, I already told the special casual leaves are given, and also special awards are given to the women scholars as well as for the women employees. So with these few words, I thank OWST for giving us the opportunity to collaborate with you in organizing this program on the occasion of International Women's Day. So thank you one and all, and once again welcome you all to this program. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. May I now request Dr. Chitra Airavatham, ma'am, to speak on the role of Rotary in the women's freedom.
Good afternoon all, and I thank the Institute and the WST for collaborating and making this beautiful event. So let me tell a little bit about the background of the Rotary. Rotary International is now having 1.3 million Rotarians all over the world, and is an organization dedicated to build international relationships, resolve conflicts, build peace, create a well-being, beautiful world by focusing on 6 major areas. That is disease and prevention treatment, water sanitation, maternal health, basic education and literacy, economic and community development. A new aspect has been added with the environment protection. So, total Rotary clubs have identified economic vulnerability and has helped women, especially to become economically strong by training them in vocational courses, by donating sewing machines, and also helping the girl child who donated them with bicycles so that they can reach the schools which are more than 3 kilometers away, saving them the time where they can utilize in a better aspect. The economic self-reliance in women is the main pillar in a home and society. And it makes a remarkable difference when a woman starts earning her own or contributes to the home front. It's not only the money part of it, it is her self-worth which is increased when she starts being more productive, makes her skills more a valuable asset and makes a difference in the society. So Rotary in this aspect are training the women, and by donating sewing machine, identifying the slum areas. We are scouting around the slum areas and the villages where the women are in need and who have the capacity to make a difference and in the society. We are providing them with these vocational courses. We are also training them in the digital world by training them in the teachers program by making them more knowledgeable with the new computer skills and other things. So thank you so much. This is one of the part of the Rotary which we have taken, trying to make a difference. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. May I now request our guest of honor, Shri Hanuman Rao sir, to speak on the occasion.
Chief guest of this evening, Dr. Lumna ji, Professor Jyoti garu, Dr. Aulappa garu, and Vijay Lakshmi garu, Professor Vijay Lakshmi, and Chitra ji, Sir ji. At the outset, I thank Dr. Jyoti, Professor Jyoti, to invite me here this day. I thank you. A lot of efforts have been made by the trio, by your institute, Rotary Club, and short form, it is a very big name, OWSD. It is really a great effort made by all of you that shows how integration is going on. Here the testimony of integration, coordination. I thank you once again, all of you. I thank the awardees. I appreciate that they are here. And because of this communication, the government, a lot of students could not come. At the outset, I convey our greetings from Sikar Parivar on this International Women's Day. A happy International Women's Day to all of you. A happy woman makes a home happy. No home can be happy without a happy woman. This is very important. And why we celebrate this International Women's Day? To sensitize our own friends, seniors in the community, younger generation, for gender equality, reproductive rights, to prevent violence and abuse against women. To empower women, I think they are already empowered now. But still there are a lot of empowerment has to take place. Because I don't say they are over-empowered. You see, in every field they are there. Let it be drivers, conductors, train drivers, truck drivers, pilots, astronauts. In every field they are excelling. Those days have gone where they used to be confined to the houses. No more now. They are more dependent on us. They are independent. They know their rights. They know their limitations. Women need now respect, support, care, motivation from us. I owe much to three women in my life. That is my mother, and my sister, and my wife. She has been with me, tolerating all my nonsense for 45 years. Before marriage, I interviewed her. I have a child, I have to adopt that child. That child was Swikar. I started Swikar before marriage, which I started in garage and my part of my clinic. Today it has grown into academy. Though it was recommended for university by Dr. Y.S.R. Reddy, it could not take up because of paucity of funds. Then I realized this it is not my cup of tea. Lot of corporate companies, they should join us and take it forward. So I am waiting for the day. We men have to recognize the potentialities of women. They have their own plus points where we can't compete with them. They are multitasking. Men cannot do research has revealed that women are more multitasking. They have good memory than men. It is all research. They are more creative also. And the integration, they can do good integration. Some of this point I was not convinced because there is a saying, పది జుట్లు కలిసి ఉంటాయి కానీ రెండు సిగలు కలిసి ఉండవని. तो इसका मतलब क्या है? I think everybody understands it. But now things are changing now because women force is so much. You see in every computer, software company, so many things. They are running. Present generation is learning. That was the potential for the older generation. As a pediatrician, I always feel for the mother who is a great sufferer coming with a disabled child. During my 45 years of service to the disabled children, I realized mother is a great sufferer. There are many instances where husbands abandon, even instances where mothers abandon the children. It is a very pathetic condition. I know rehabilitation means we are not making 100% normal. We are trying, putting all our efforts, heart and soul, to take the child to be a normal, to give quality of life, to give a better life. I advise many parents and husbands to equally share the burden in caring the child. There is a big conflict between the couple, mother and father. Now genetics, many times we depend on geneticists' advice, their counseling, where we can't say anything to them. Always there was a research work, woman contribution was calculated, she works double the hours a man works. So her working hours are double. If you convert the working hours into man hours, she earns double the salary of men. I don't know how many of you visited Swikar. It's a model in the country where all types of disabled are cared under one roof by all specialists for all age groups of disabilities. It is a cost-effective, quick service delivery model. Many people think that I am the owner. Recently I went to felicitation by Indian Academy of Pediatrics. I think that Sujata is here. Sorry, I could immediately place you. My computer also gone away. I was trying to recollect. We were all together doing our job. I could retrieve back my computer. So, when I got this inaugurated by Director of All India Institute of Physical Medicine and Rehabilitation in 1977, it was in the garage and backyard where cows were there, buffaloes were there. Nobody dreamt that this will grow to this size. It has outgrown me. It has become a very big institution. I became too small for this. So I want more network with other institutions. Genetics Institute also can walk in. I am not the owner. Nothing belongs to me. I am only a worker for the institution to establish and take it forward. I am trying now some companies to join us, strengthen our hands, and to share our responsibility to take it forward. I I once again congratulate the awardees here. I wish them all bright future, bright success. And once again, I thank Dr. B. Reddy garu here. I could meet after a long time. And Mrs. Sunita of my ANT. And many known faces are here. I thank every one of you. Thank you very much. We could have not achieved today what I have achieved. It is because of many known, unknown souls who have strengthened my hands, who stayed with me for 45 years. I thank once again every one of you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your kind words. May I now request Dr. Aulappa, sir, to say a few words on the occasion.
Good evening to all. The chairman of this function, Lubna, and also Dr. Hanmantrao garu. I know him since 2 decades. And our Smart Rotary Club Hyderabad is associated with Sweekar, and we have conducted many programs in that auditorium also. They have helped us a lot, and 3 to 4 times we have conducted our programs. And Jyoti madam, she was also associated with our Mahavir Hospital Ethics Committee. I know her very well. And Vijayalakshmi madam, she spoke very well about the activities that are taken by them. And again, my Kaisar ji, he is a world-renowned figure, and my president Chitra, because I have started the Rotary Club, I was smart as a chartered president. And for the last 3 years, 4 years, I am associated with it. I came here and participated in the organization also. And it is a very warm good afternoon to all of you, and very happy International Women's Day to every woman on this earth. It gives me immense pleasure to participate in the International Women's Day celebration, being jointly organized by the Institute of Genetics and Hospital for Genetic Diseases and Rotary Club of Smart Hyderabad in association with International Organization for Women in Science for the Developing World to recognize the most eminent women personalities and understand their contribution to the society. And 8th March is the day of festivity and celebrations for every woman every year, which gathers all the women in the world on one single platform where their achievements are celebrated and their accomplishments are recognized. It is the day where every woman feels special and honored. It is a wrong notion that Women's Day celebrations are only for women who accomplishes something big, for women who are recognized for their great work, women in wide publicity, or women who achieve something great. It is the day of celebration for all those women too who seems to be insignificant, but without whose intervention nothing moves. These women are very special ones, like homemakers who prepares delicious food and arrange everything for everyone in their families, domestic helpers who makes our lives happy and comfortable, daily laborers who build structures for our houses, offices and entertainments, and sales girls and sale women who patiently display goods for our choice, city beautifiers who keeps our surroundings clean and tidy, healthcare employees who nurses the sick, and the list go on. There is nothing like who is superior, who is inferior, but all women are equal and awesome and needs a big appreciation for patience and perseverance, love, empathy, compassion and composure. United Nations declared a special theme every year for women empowerment globally, And International Women's Day theme for 2002-3 is Digit All, Innovation and Technology and Gender Equality. And online violence against women has escalated rapidly since the onset of COVID-19, with serious implications for women's safety and well-being, posing a significant threat to the exercise of the women's right, both offline and online, as women and girls' lives shifted online for work, school, social activities and more. Technology facilitated gender-based violence has become rampant, where use of information communication technology or other digital tools resulting in the physical, sexual, psychological, social, political, economic harm or other infringements of right and freedom of women. Women and girls need to have digital literacy in order to protect themselves from gender-based violence. Spreading digital literacy across alone helps the combat online gender-based violence. Many innovations across the globe are supporting or giving strength to the woman to fight against the violence, like hidden app use, woman a safe alternative for reporting violence. We Rise app bridges generation to promote gender equality through gaming, etc. Women are the most revered creatures on this earth, who make it a wonderful place to live happily and peacefully. And I trust every man has the responsibility to protect women from violence and create a conducive atmosphere for their growth and happy living. Once again, I wish all the Women's Day, happy day. At the same time, only yesterday, the Defense Department has promoted one lady, Shahjaz Shamni. She is in the army and to fight in the war places. And the United Nations Secretary General Anthony Guterres, he said, స్త్రీ పురుషుని సమానత్వానికి మరో 300 ఏళ్ళు పడుతుందంట. సంక్షేమం సంక్షోభం అనేటువంటిది, ఎందుకంటే ఈ గవర్నమెంట్ ఓపెనింగ్ మెనీ liquor shops and other things and spoiling the husbands, and whatever they earn in the livelihood they are spending on the liquors. You can get more liquors in the villages than the water. So what they say, government say, unless we generate money, we can't go for the social activities. సంక్షేమ కార్యక్రమాలకి డబ్బు అవసరం అంటారు. సంక్షేమం ఎక్కడుందో సంక్షోభం కూడా అక్కడే ఉంది. సంక్షేమం కంటే ఎక్కువ ఉంది. కాబట్టి you should not be only a smart, you should be like a smartphone. You have to update everything. And 30% reservations ఇవన్నీ కూడా ఫైట్ చేస్తున్నారు. చాలా మంది the women and girls being spoiled and accounted Twitters, Facebooks and WhatsApps. వేధింపులు గురి చేస్తున్నట్టు వారి సంఖ్య చాలా ఎక్కువగా ఉంది. That's why Government of Telangana also opening today the Arogya Mahila centers in many of the places. First 100 PSCs in the online, another 1,200 Arogya Mahila centers are being opened. And one person told me, who said there is no equality of the women? Why ask it? They are going to the clubs, going to the pubs, taking drugs, taking ganja, everything. They are equal to the gender, equal to the men. So we should be like that, digit all, but not, we should go for the delete all. We have to delete all. So we have got one organization, Society Smart. It is a 24 years organization. We are conducting so many women empowerment programs and courage also, how to protest molestation from the people, because every time it is not possible for the husband, wife, brother or anybody else to follow the girls or women, but they have to protect themselves. So we are encouraging the women empowerment, at the same time courage programs with the associate IRDA, and it is going on very well. And I remember one thing, one song I can play this one. So, yes, I want to, because everybody is attentive, but the attendance is very thin. Even thin stalwarts are here. గంగగో పాలు గరిటైనాను కడవడైన కరవ పాలు అన్నట్లుగా కొంతమంది అయినా కూడా చాలా మంది ఉన్నారు. చాలా సంతోషం. నాకు ఈ అవకాశం ఇచ్చినటువంటి ఆర్గనైజర్స్కి, ముఖ్యంగా జ్యోతి గారు, మా రోటరీ ప్రెసిడెంట్ చిత్ర గారు, మై గుడ్ ఫ్రెండ్ హనుమంతరావు గారు ఇక్కడ ఉన్నారు. వాళ్ళందరికీ ధన్యవాదాలు చూపిస్తూ ముగిస్తున్నాను. థ్యాంక్ యూ.
Thank you, sir. It was a very nice interaction. May I now request P.P. Reddy, sir, to speak on the occasion. Few words, sir. So, with that, now.
And off dance. And they asked me to talk about the empowerment of women. See, I just want to say only 2 words. I have 43 students have taken PhD under me. Out of 43, 5 are boys, the remaining girls. And when I was working as a director here, I wanted all women in my office. I don't want men. I used to write to the university, requested Vice Chancellor, proposed women in my office. And they were puzzled. They said, why this man? What is wrong with him? And being the director, he's asking only women to be posted here. Because women have a lot of responsibility. And they come here, See, I have asked so many students are there. Why I have taken women or girls? Most of them, when I took them, they were married. Probably they were also having children. I know that they come here, they do their work and get back home by 5 o'clock. See, whenever they were here and they worked very hard. And women, even my assistants in the office, you see, they used to come at 9 o'clock and they used to go to 5. There's no, I don't like I discourage, the chit-chatting and going here and routing, that sort of things I never allowed. So what I just want to tell you, because our madam was telling, Vijayalakshmi, the university now has taken a decision, she is encouraging, and we have more girl students at the university. It is not the university, it is the guides. See, guides are taking women because they know that they will work hard and they are committed. That is the reason I just want. Okay?
Thank you, sir. So with that, now we move on to the award function. So I request all our chief guests, the chief guests of honors and the dignitaries on the dais to join hands in felicitating the awardees. May I request our team to kindly place a chair here and make the arrangements. To begin with, may I request Professor Raisa ma'am and Dr. Chitra ma'am to felicitate Dr. M. Sujata ma'am from Institute of Genetics. I request Sujata ma'am to kindly come on to the dais, ma'am. Dr. Madhuredi Sujata ma'am, she is a clinical geneticist and genetic counselor with more than 35 years of experience. She is an experienced researcher with expertise in diagnosis and management of genetic diseases and has visited and underwent training in clinical genetics, prenatal diagnosis and genetic counseling in Germany, UK and USA. She is a visiting professor in Department of Clinical Genetics for prenatal diagnosis and genetic counseling in UK and Johns Hopkins Hospital. Madam's areas of research are neural tube defects, coronary artery disease, premature ovarian failure, PCOS and congenital anomalies. Madam has 35 years of rich experience in teaching the subjects of clinical genetics, genetic counseling, human genetics, MD pediatrics, medical biochemistry and gynecology and so on. She is a recognized research supervisor in genetic zoology, Osmania University and NTR University. Madam has guided 14 students under her guideship, and she is the principal investigator and principal co-I in many projects of DST, DBT and UGC. She has published about 225 papers in the national and international journals of repute and has worked in various categories and capacities for many international conferences, and she is a reviewer for many international journals like Gene, Journal of Fertility and Sterility. She is also a life member of Indian Society of Pediatrics and Indian Society of Human Genetics. So with this short intro,
Good evening to all of you here. At the outset, I wish a very happy International Women's Day to all the wonderful women assembled here. It is really gratifying, very gratifying to receive this award here. And well, I've been associated with OWST for quite some time. I think I was one of the earliest members when Madam called me to Mahavir Hospital. So I was one of the earliest members. Then next time I took along Dr. Vasudha with me. Then again another time she took Dr. Hema Prasad with her. So the membership has been swelling and I sure hope it's going to become a very big organization, the national chapter. I wish all the best for the national chapter and all the trials here for awarding me for today and what should I say? You have made my day. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, dignitaries. May I now request Manjushree ma'am to please come and raise the chair, ma'am. And may I request Professor Jyoti ma'am and Professor Vijay Kadal ma'am to join hands to felicitate madam. Manjushree ma'am is heading the Advanced Analyticals Division in Remote Sensing Applications area at NRSC ISRO, and she was the head of Flood Modeling Division in the Disaster Management Support Group with additional roles of Deputy Project Director in the ISRO DMS program, Science Team member of NASA, and the Principal Investigator of ISRO DLR program. Dr. Manjushree ma'am has played a significant role in the application of Earth observation data and geospatial technologies for flood disaster risk reduction in India. Her satellite-based strategic inputs facilitated in taking many critical decisions, and her modeling inputs for Hyderabad city helped in efficient urban flood management.
Madam, look this. Madam.
I request Manjushree ma'am to speak a few.
Well, good evening to one and all. Yeah, I feel very honored and privileged to take this award from all the stalwarts. They are also senior to me. So, thank you very much for motivating me because I feel blessed to work for Indian Space Research Organization, which has given me a lot of opportunities to do something for the society. So I come under the far end of the satellites applications. So I have done a lot of work, almost 3 decades I have completed. So now the next position given to me is the using of AI, artificial intelligence and machine learning for various projects in the applications. So today evening I have got a lot of energy tablets from all the dignitaries of the DAS. So many of them with so much of experience and all that. And I'm sure with this motivation I'll do some more. And I'm thankful to Madam S.F. Jamil and also OWSD and Institute of Genetics and also the Rotary Club for giving me this award and making me very happy. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am. May I now request Srimati Sarita ma'am from my ENT hospital to please come out of the dais and grace the chair, ma'am. And I request once again Professor Jyoti ma'am and Vasudha ma'am to kindly do the felicitation to madam. Ms. Sarita is a philanthropist, entrepreneur and a humanitarian by nature and has an empathetic approach towards life. Ma'am has 25 years of expertise in business administration and is a key credential to the directorial board of MA. Her entrepreneurial journey started by setting up My ENT Hospitals in 2001 with 3 employees. Today, nearly 250 employees are a part of the Ma family, and she's also the one to take up initiatives to introduce the most technically and professionally advanced tools in Ma ENT hospital and to establish the institution as a preferred choice for ENT specialized treatments in India. Sunita ma'am, with her experienced dedication and devotion towards administration, could successfully achieve to build Ma ENT hospitals as the best ENT specialty hospital in the country. And Ma Research Foundation, another initiative of Ms. Sunita, is an NGO founded in November 2011 with a vision to raise awareness in the public while sensitizing the government towards hearing ailments. And MRF reflects her social responsibility and empathetic approach. She's a pioneer rehabilitation specialist who paved way for the most sophisticated and successful cochlear implant rehabilitation procedures, and it has also supported 500 kids, and actually more than that, in and around the city in the treatment to ENT ailments with prescribed surgeries and treatments. On a challenging mission to serve the specially able, ma'am has also started a free rehabilitation center, first of its kind in Telangana, by providing free speech therapy, special education, behavior modification and occupational therapy services for the treatment of economically backward. Today, more than 50 children are availing the daily services, and ma'am has also started Ma Institute of Speech and Hearing, a premier institute established in 2019. It's dedicated to impart professional ENT associated courses, and the courses are recognized by the Rehabilitation Council of India and Osmania University. Madam is a devoted mother of 2 young adults, and along with Mr. Giri Kumar, sir, her life partner, is raising them to be good patrons of the society, and Madam's mantra is, she lives every moment. Ma'am has received Women Entrepreneur Award from Telangana State Government in 21-22, received APJ Abdul Kalam Award for the service towards society in 2021, received prestigious Women Entrepreneur Award by Sri Vaishnava Sangam Telangana for the year 2019. Thank you, ma'am, for doing the honors, and may I request you to speak a few words, ma'am.
A very good evening to all of you. All the dignitaries on the dais. It is overwhelming today in the presence of all the stalwarts being recognized. It's the beautiful moments I have ever experienced. And thank you, Jyoti ma'am, for inviting me here and, making me, thank you. I think this is, as madam already said, I think this is like we getting recharged, and you're kind of reminding us there's much more to do, okay? So you better don't say that this is what it is. So it's a reminder for people like us. I think I'll take it that way, that there is much more in the society that people like we need to do. All of you have covered so many wonderful points. The most important point I like the most is the respect what women are supposed to be earning today. So that's the most important thing. Otherwise, gender equality, I think we are above men always. As you said, multitasking is our main USP, sir. So that's not it, but it's more of respect what we try to earn, I think. And women, please support your own colleagues and be supportive to the other women, and please give your hand for them to raise. And I'm sure we'll be seeing a different world in the coming 2-3 decades. Thank you so much for this wonderful opportunity given to me, ma'am. Thank you. Our pleasure. Thank you, sir, Dr. P.P. Reddy Garu, for being here, and I completely appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. May I now request Dr. Jayalata ma'am from MNG Cancer Hospital to please come onto the dais and grace the chair, ma'am. May I now request Professor Kaisar ma'am and Chitra ma'am to kindly felicitate Dr. Jayalata ma'am. Presently, Jayalalitha ma'am is the director of the M&J Cancer Regional Center.
So good afternoon all. It's my pleasure to introduce Dr. Jayalalitha ma'am. She's a senior professor and she's the director now for the M&J Institute of Oncology and Research. And now she has been into the screening programs, and I know, I'm really thankful to you ma'am for taking time and visiting us, because I know how much busy she is. They have been visiting to villages and screening women and others also for the most common cancers, that is cervical cancer, breast cancer and oral cancers. And madam is also giving awareness on how to prevent these cancers. And on 6th, madam has visited our institute and she has spoken so much on the cancers and how to prevent these cancers, especially in the women, how they are facing the challenges with the cancers and the social stigma, all that she has addressed, and she spent a lot of time with us too. So I am really grateful to ma'am, and you deserve this award, ma'am. I thank OWSD team for selecting madam for this award, and all the awardees are really great achievers. Yeah, it's not the age, ma'am, it's the service what you have rendered to the society that matters. So these are the few words about ma'am. I think these words are enough to tell about her experience and how her contribution to the societal development.
I would like to add a word. It's our privilege to award you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. It's from the bottom of my heart. All the stalwarts, as madam said, so many of them now, Vijayalakshmi madam, Chitra ma'am and all, Kenso ma'am and Jyoti ma'am. Really, it's a privilege to be over here, and especially among all of you, as one of you being standing here representing the women and womanhood is a great pleasure. And coming to the cancer specialty, it's really an opportunity for me. I really feel it as an opportunity to take it to the next level and then help as many as possible. And those who are in need, those who are unreached, should be reached. And it's our responsibility, and whatever little bit we can do, being in the position, I'll definitely take it forward and see that possible things will happen at the ground level. And with all your support, especially ma'ams are always after me and saying that you are doing the wonderful this thing. And with all your support, ma'am, we have come to this level, and we'll definitely take it forward. And being here today really makes me very happy among the stalwarts over here, and being appreciated by you for the little work which you are doing. It gives us, as madam said, gives us a boost and a vaccine to us to take it to the next level. And also, it's really a privilege to be among you, and as a responsibility and as my an important task, I'll take it to the next level, ma'am. And the other day when I was here, I was really happy to be among all of you, among the allied faculty, the teachers and the lecturers who are among them. I was very happy to clear your doubts, and also whatever help I can do, I'll promise you to do it to the next level. Thank you so much. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, Sir, ma'am, for when I said I'll also want to become a member of your team. So she happily agreed and forwarded my application. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Welcome. Thank you.
Sir.
Today, I was there in the morning among the prisoners. It was a very touching moment, and all women prisoners we were representing, and we spoke to, we addressed to them, especially the culprits and on the trial people. They were very happily received all of us, and then there was a Women's Day program. First time I felt very happy to be among them and being a woman addressing them, and that was really a great opportunity.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your kind words. Next, I would like to call Dr. V. Anita ma'am, Dean PG Studies from Professor Jayashankar, Telangana State Agricultural University, to grace the chair. And I request Dr. Vijayalakshmi ma'am and Professor Vijay Kadar ma'am to kindly do the felicitation. Madam specializes in agricultural entomology, and her service to the farming community and agricultural sciences as a researcher, extension scientist and teacher spans over 20 years, working in the areas of insect pest management in various crops like legumes, fruits, vegetables, etc. Ma'am has served as the quality manager for the first enabled accredited AIMP on pesticide residues laboratory at the University for Quality Management System, and she was responsible for research on many dissipation patterns of various new pesticide molecules in diverse food crops that would help set MRLs and PHI biointeresses. Madam is an entomologist in the electronic media wing of Amrao, produced 18 DVDs in Telugu on seed production and protection technologies of important crops and also entrepreneurship skill development. Ma'am has recently been awarded with a competitive grant of ₹1 crore for implementation of black soldier fly mediated bioconversion of organic waste to black gold under ICAR Waste to Wealth component for establishing a pilot unit for students and entrepreneurs. And many awards and honors have been received by ma'am. She is a fellow of Confederation of Horticulture Association of India, Telangana Academy of Sciences. Telangana State Meritorious Teacher Award has been bestowed on 5th September 2018. And Distinguished Scientist Award from Society for Scientific Development in Agriculture and Technology was awarded at Merit. And ma'am has received Outstanding Women Scientist Award for contributions to entomology in 2015. So with these few words, ma'am, I would like you to say a few words.
First and foremost, I feel very humbled to be standing here in front of such giants, I should say. Most of them are coming from the medical field. And of course, my co-awardees also are set apart, I should say, all being philanthropists and scientists in NRSA. So, and I think I'm the youngest of the lot. I'm honored to be the youngest anyway. And miles to go, I think, after hearing both of you also, Amrita Garu and Aulappa sir. You are definitely a great inspiration for me, as Sunita ma'am has said when we were just thinking that I think we've done a bit. I think we need, you really have motivated us. Coming to my own field, it's a little different from what I've heard today. The rest of the awardees or yourselves who are directly impacting the populations in terms of health management. But we are also equally important or more, because we are the people behind the food providers, who I think the farmers are sort of underrated in the respect that they get. Particularly during the COVID time, I think everybody realized the importance of how much the farming community is giving to the overall health of the people in the country. So that said, I think we as agricultural scientists are always striving for their welfare, the farmers' welfare, and also the general public, because we are trying always to bring out new varieties that are, more quality, that cover more of the quality with biofortification of nutrients. And also we try to see that the costs for the farmer goes down and he is able to get a better profit from whatever he is doing, which he is not getting at this point of time. And that said, coming to women's role in agriculture, as you all know, is more than 70% of the labor or the farm operations are taken up by women, and not much is talked about them. I think they deserve all respect and more, because most of the times, even in the farming sector, it is the man who becomes the decision maker, sir, because money is in his hand, whereas it is the entire workforce is the ladies. And that said, also the government is making its best efforts, I think, to give an enabling environment to them in terms of giving them loans in the form of self-help groups or forming farmer producer organizations, particularly for women-based enterprises. That we are pushing ahead a lot. And in terms of today's theme for International Women's Day, which is Digit All, in terms of education, our university, the PGTSAU, actually trains students. And I am very happy to say, ma'am, as Vijayalakshmi madam said, and also Jyoti madam, the university, just like in Usmania, now has more than 60% women faculty, more than 60% girl students. So literally, but that said, sir, there is one issue I would like to raise here. Though we are training, there are more girl students coming forward for agriculture, and they are graduating. But then when it comes to certain jobs, the bias is coming again. You know, they are not the industry, for that matter, or any other government institutions are a little stepping back when it comes to field jobs for the girls in terms of their security or otherwise. They're a little scared. But the girls are very smart and they want to push forward, but they are not getting the opportunity. I think that's where we are trying to make a push, where they're given equal opportunity and given a chance to show their mettle. So that way we are also promoting women entrepreneurs quite a bit, so through our incubation centers. And I thank Dr. Vijayakada ma'am, who knows me as a child, I think. So for actually choosing me for this and bringing me in contact with so many people who are really caring about the environment, about the health, and about social issues in this country and this world. Thank you very much, ma'am, for this honor, to Kesar ma'am as well, to Jyoti ma'am, and all the organizations, to all of you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, ma'am. May I now request Dr. Naina Singh to please come on to the dais and grace the chair. And may I request Professor Kaisar ma'am and Dr. Chitra ma'am to kindly felicitate her. Madam has joined MBBS, DTO and MS in CMC Vellore, and now she is continuing as a consultant in Vasant Sani Hospital, Secunderabad. And Madam has made a lot of difference in the women who are suffering with the infertility by identifying the cause and changing their life altogether. May I request Naina Singh ma'am to say a few words?
It's a great privilege for me to be here. And I'm totally honored to be a person who has not written a single scientific paper, don't have a single publication to my name, but I have just been working doggedly day and night with the people of this city. I came here in 1982, and since then it has been day and night working as a gynecologist and as a general surgeon. I got my education from CMC Vellore, and it was a medical college started by a lady, and it was a women's college. And afterwards, only in 1945, now we've celebrated more than a century, in 1945 men joined, and after that they sort of took over. When it came to applying for an MS degree, I was told, you will never get a seat. Why are you bothering your head with this? And I said, I will prove everybody wrong. I happened to be the first girl to even apply for MS. And it was a very uphill task because my marks were 60 marks ahead of the next guy. So they could not say no. And every day it was a question of prove that you are better than the others. You can do more than we can do. And I must say that when we finished our graduation for MS, the professor of surgery had a party for all of us. And he said, "The only man among all of you is her." I think he thought it was a compliment. Anyway, even when I came here, it was like the first time an anesthetist came on the job and he said, "You're a surgeon." I was very young. "So you're going to do this surgery?" I said, "Yes." "How long will it take?" I said, 15 minutes. It was an appendix. And he said, "Really?" I said, "Yes." He must have thought, they all say 15 minutes. And he gave a long-acting anesthesia, and I finished in 15 minutes. And then afterwards he said, "I didn't know you would be so bored." But it was not just the men, it was the women anesthetists also. I remember opening up an abdomen where there's a gangrene of the bowel, and she went running down and said, "I'm going to call a senior surgeon for you." And by the time she came back from making the call, she said, "Oh, you finished." So I had to be bold, I had to be strong. And I owe all this to my father. My father was a doctor. And he always encouraged us. He said, I have 2 brothers as well and another sister. And he said, all of you are equal. And in those days, in 1950s and all, it was not the case in Bihar, where I come from. And everyone used to say, why are you spending so much of money educating your daughters? They'll get married and go away. He said, no, they are equal to all, to everybody. They are equal. Women and men are equal. And he always treated us like that. He never suppressed us. So though we are now celebrating Women's Day, we do owe a lot to our parents, our teachers, who told us that we are equals and we are not to be behind. And for me it is that educating women, educating them in any way we can. Like in my clinic also, I send the husbands out first. I talk to the woman. Then I tell her. Then she said, can I call my husband? I said, why? You start making your own decisions. Huh? And then they will give you more respect. And it is always the case. We must, at least at our level, whatever we can do, empower the woman. Tell her that she is responsible for herself. And nobody on this planet can put you down. This is the lesson which my father taught. And this is the lesson which I tell every patient who comes to me in the gynae OP. And I'm so grateful that, I have been able to live that dream. The motto of our college is not to be ministered unto, but to minister. And it has been the motto of my life. And I'm absolutely amazed that I'm standing on this dais with all these renowned people, dignitaries, scientists, people who are working with ISRO, who are doing agricultural stuff and things like that. And I'm just a simple doctor working in the community. I'm really honored. Thank you so much for making my day. Thank you all so much.
May I request all the awardees to please come to the dais so we can have a picture together with all of them. Vasudha, Sabita, Arjuna, please come. Vijay madam, please come.
The people ready, sir, please come, sir.
Madam, can you think? Right, okay.
I can come here.
All right.
Okay.
Actually, కొంచెం ముందుకి
కొద్దిగా వెనక్కి వచ్చేసి మేడం ఓకే ఎన్నికి చెప్తారు తీసాను స్టాండ్ తీసాను తీరా వెనక్కి వచ్చి రైట్ ఓకే సార్ రెడీ సార్ మేడం మేడం ఉండండి ఉండండి మేడం
Thank you so much. A big thank you to all of you here. Thank you.
Eid Mubarak and hearty congrats to all of us. There's one more session now.
Yes.
Our team kindly back the table.
Nice meeting you.
And specifically, we have also
By 1920, I started working. And then
my husband is working in a village. Yeah, that's why I'm discussing with you.
కరెక్టే కానీ అక్కడ
Request our chief guest, Dr. Lubna Sarwar, to please address on the occasion.
Good evening to one and all. At the outset, of course, and indeed, we congratulate ourselves for being women, and we celebrate being women. And a big thank you to OWSD, the Organization for Women in Science for the Developing World, the national chapter, the entire eminent team, and the President, Dr. Kasaji, and then to the Rotary Club Smart Hyderabad, and to the representative Dr. Chitra Ji, and the Institute of Genetics and Hospital for Genetic Diseases, OU Begumpet, and the director, Dr. B. Vijayalakshmi. So, with this self-congratulation and appreciation and celebration of being women, I would like to put our first another dialogue, and after that I would like to put our worst foot forward. Not the best. We heard the best till now. Let us look into what next. So, yes, during what happened at Nirbhaya, taking back to the Nirbhaya days, when I was a part of the gathering that was doing a dharna at the Dharna Chowk in favor of Nirbhaya, so some channels were actually asking me as to how you are coming and displaying a chart and writing over there the birthplace of every human. I drew with my hand the reproductive organ of the woman, and I highlighted it by telling the birthplace of every human. Right or wrong?
Yes.
Yes. So that's what the woman is. The birthplace of every human is a woman. That's the definition of woman for me. And if we draw everybody to this particular basic point, that she, that entity, is herself a birthplace of every human, that's where the attention of everyone should be drawn to. No need of any other biologicals. No need. That body, the birthplace of every human, does it need anything else? वजूद वहाँ से है और क्या चाहिए? What else do we need to be defined as? Now coming to the points is, I like somebody who told that yes, we are exceeding actually, or somebody told that. See, I have been telling this on various platforms. Is he, H-E, really a benchmark for she? Youngsters, is it so? Is he a benchmark for you? No. Where's the question of equality? Equality with whom? Equality with whom? We are ourselves so unique, as I just defined, and we are celebrating it already. It is only that our places are blocked by he, also coupled with some she's. The system blockages. We only want, हमारा रास्ते से हट जाओ भाई बस है. We know where to go. We know what to do. रास्ते से हट जाओ. आप रास्ते में खड़ के you want to tell ఇదిగో ఇది ఇస్తాం తీసుకో, ఇదిగో అది ఇస్తాం తీసుకో, నీ రైట్స్ ఇస్తున్నాం, నీకు అన్ని సీట్స్ ఇస్తున్నాం. No. We know what we are. You have to know what we are. So that's the point that we have derived at. We are very, very way ahead of those he's who are trying to dominate the societal system in every walk of life. We need just to tell them, you are our co-citizens, nothing less, nothing more. You are our co-species, nothing less, nothing more. We don't intend to dominate you. Why are you intending to dominate us? This should be our very parliamentarian and humanist approach. Tell them you are our co-humans. We too are your co-humans. So don't give something in the form of charity. We are your birthplace. Don't try to give us charity. So, what hurts us even now is that when Disha happened, the women were being told to do this, don't do that, do that. You know what we were being told? We were being told that the girls should hereafter carry the pepper spray with them. Yes, we were told, officially we were told. So now, women and these youngsters, they now, apart from bothering about what is the books I will carry for the day, what are the library books, what are the study books, and what is the lunch box, they must also be now bothered about the defense systems against the bees. So again, because a woman is being attacked, the women are given the do's and the don'ts. The men are not being told anything about the do's and the don'ts. There was nothing, no notice on the men that, hey, this is what will happen if you do this. There was nothing of that sort. It's a sad thing. In this particular age also, the women are being told, you do this, you do. So there's more and more burden. And also, the women were told that you have to download a particular app on your phone. Yes or no? We were told you have to download the Hawk app on your phone. My domestic worker asked me, मेरे पास तो फोन ही नहीं है, मेरे को कुछ हुआ तो क्या? This is the question of millions of women. So app is not the solution. Always technology doesn't give you a solution. We are talking about prevention of assault on women. We are being told about the things to be done post-assault on women. We are talking about prevention. We are talking about something if the crime happens. We don't want any crime. We want the government or anybody to announce that we will see that no more crimes on women. But that statement has not come till date. We demanded it from the government. Please issue us, somebody tell that nothing ever will happen to the women. That statement is not forthcoming, in spite of huge strides in technology. Yes or no? Yes. So that's one point that actually always keeps us hurting. And what needs to be examined also, I feel, is the role of liquor and role of films in the attitude towards women. Here today, I spoke even to the Magsaysay awardee, Professor Sandeep Pandey, on this, and I really want not to fail to bring this topic here. One thing that hurts very, very badly, apart from the role of legal women, what I want to tell about the bad foot forward is that I should have told it more before. This gathering, at least this particular conglomerate of these three wonderful organizations, should issue a statement on this Women's Day. How much we decry what is happening in Afghanistan. Can we imagine, since 1 year darwaze band pade hain and they are told that they cannot educate themselves. Which world are they living in? How are we able to tolerate them on this world? And what are the things that we can do? We can become a pressure group. We are not going to speak in any violent form. What can we do is, as a pressure group, build it up. Take a Twitter handle, make a Twitter storm, write to them repeatedly on Twitter, through mail, through all the means, write to UN. But see that this heinous crime on women, which is happening in Afghanistan, about telling every girl and woman that she can't come out of doors and educate herself. Right now on the earth, if there's a heinous crime happening, it is that. And that has to stop. And we as a group here, with such as people call the doyen of people here, the women here, I think this must become a group, organization group that should write, take this opportunity and write that it's not tolerable for us, it's affecting us. Is it not affecting you all? That they are locked, they are told not to study, it's affecting me. And I know it must be touching and hurting so many of us. So I think we must do something about this. Now the point that I was trying to raise about the role of liquor and the role of films. Role of films के बारे में मैं ज़रूर ये बताना चाहती हूँ कि just a few years back, 3 IPS officers on duty in their वर्दी, उनके uniform में 3 IPS women officers, they addressed the press actually, and they are from Tamil Nadu, not from here. And I can even share that link also with whoever email IDs I have. You know what they told? They said we want the producers of films to produce responsible films. They told this on record. In duty, in uniform, educated, highly selected people like bureaucrats what not they must have studied, and they must have come out and told that we want the film producers to produce responsible films. It is very understandable what they are telling, right? Who is going to take up this? None of the governments who heard this took this up. None of the governments took this up. And I want to connect it directly to the very recent controversy, or what to tell about that film called Pathan. I want to bring the statement here, which I discussed with Professor Sandeep Pandey also, that somebody or some people, I am not bothered, I am not a movie buff, I have no time to watch pictures either on the small screen or on the big screen, I am being very frank. But I follow through the media because what affects my co-citizens, that's my domain, that's all. So here, at least from this platform, the worry was about some color of some so-called costume. Worry was not about the objectification of the woman that was happening over there. We have gone to this extent. Not a word in the entire country about the objectification of the woman that was happening over there. I think this eminent platform should use this. At least we must raise a voice. But how far are we going to say in the name of art and entertainment? How far are we going to travel? And was nobody's bother? And some color of some so-called costume. Please, I think we must do all this because it is affecting our youngsters, especially our women. Today, as we all know, there is no age bar. When you touch a girl of 3, when you touch a girl of 9, a woman of 90, they are not seeing any difference. So now coming to the other factor, there is the role of liquor in the treatment that women are getting in the society, in our country. I am not talking about the world. My country is my botheration, my state, my city are my first botheration. See, the point here is that in the case of liquor, even if you see the National Crime Bureau records, what are the percentage of crimes that happen in an inebriated state? See, we must understand the recent happening also that happened, the Naveen Nijam Besaru, friends, the issue of Airundisi. You know what? They are not able to kill another person in a normal mind. To do that heinous any crime also, they are taking something, they are taking that, intoxicating themselves, only then they are able to do a cruel thing, an inhuman thing. And this is legal. They are consuming that thing which will turn you out of a human domain, out of a human boundaries. That item is legal, Baba, it is legal. And it is affecting women the most. Imagine the number of consumers of this product called liquor, of this legal product called liquor. How many are consuming? What is the percentage of women who are consuming? It is barely crossing 2 digits, Baba. Now come to the people who are victims under the inebriated condition. The victims are more than 90%. It is women. While the consumers are not even crossing 5% barrier, the victims of the liquor consumed people, the victims are more than 90%. What sort of an equation is this? I don't consume, then I am a victim of that consumption. I think we have to do something is wrong somewhere, something is amiss. If we don't get solution from such an eminent gathering, if such an eminent gathering is not gathering on these issues, then where is the hope? How do we move to a different place where there is more safety? That is the concern. It is hurting us all. It is hurting us all even on the governance part. The girl from Jubilee Hills, the minor girl who was caught, the 4 to 5 people who had assaulted her in the broad daylight, sons of some ministers, some work code and other things, they are now out on bail. From the juvenile court, from the high court, from everywhere they are on bail. I am watching keenly the Commissioner of Police of Hyderabad and the DGP as to what will be their next step. Where is their counter? How are they tolerating? That they are just out. We don't even know where that girl is. How long can we go on like this? Is the point. These are all hurting us. Somebody should take care of this. Now coming to the digital point. digital is the theme, and I'm very happy with these three organizations that when the international theme was digital innovation and technology for gender equality, our three organizations, esteemed organizations, talked about equity. That's the very bright spot here. So I was very happy that equity point was taken, and youngster who's actually preparing for civils and who's also doing his, after BTech, he's doing his law. He read that letter of these the organizations, and he was very appreciative of the word equity there. He said, wow, good. So this is the youngsters' feedback that I'm just giving you. So regarding this digital, the latest words from none other than the United Nations World Food Program, the country director, it's a woman, and she expressed a concern that the 3 million cooks come helpers who play a crucial role in cooking meals for around 3 million hot meals. Cook come helpers who play a crucial role in cooking hot meals. They are being now trained as a pilot project. A part of them, they're from Rajasthan and another state, are being given digital training and mobile tablets for this. Okay, so that it infuses the new energy, and an app is available on the Google Play. Now the findings are very horrifying. When you say about digital, they are telling that when this study was from the World Food Program in Delhi, there were few women who had bank accounts. And if they had smartphones, they were dependent on the other people in the home for the digital use actually, even though they had smartphones in their home, in their hands. And 70% of these women from the urban slums of Delhi, they actually are interested in acquiring the skills for livelihood, nutrition and food security, because that's at the top of the mind of a woman, because more than her, she wants to feed her family well. That will be on the top of her mind. So the points are that only 1/3, the digital divide is also a point here. Only 1/3 of the internet users are women. Okay? And in Asia Pacific, India has the widest gender gap in internet to the extent of 40%. So all these have to be reckoned now. Okay? Coming down to the governance part. India, in the 191 countries, we are at number 148 as far as the representation in the parliament and the assemblies is concerned. Okay? Rwanda is the only country which is having 60% representation of women. Now, if we take the present Lok Sabha also, it is just 14.4%, Rajya Sabha has 12.24%, and Telangana has only 5% women. Globally, the average is 24.6%. So, there is a very urgent need to increase this representation in the Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha, Legislative Assembly, Legislative Councils, corporators, etc. For that, there is a proposal that I am actually trying to put a change.org petition also to the President of India, that there is a security deposit that has to be filed each time a candidate is contesting in the elections. It is around 25,000 and 15,000, etc. If the security deposit amount is scrapped for all the women, for any woman who wants to contest, that will drastically increase in the number of women to whom the party will give the ticket, and also many women in independents also may come forward to contest. So this is one of the changes that can be brought in the governance, so that more and more women are actually in the public domain, which the most public domain is the representation, public representation. So these are some of my suggestions that I want to give. And now, having put my heart out on where it is hurting me and pinching me, there are some things that we really wish we could do from here, and which can be done actually. When I was contesting as an MLA and as a corporator, as an independent candidate from Asif Nagar and from Karwan, I had actually mentioned in the manifesto that soon as I get elected, I will open a all-women, only women park. Women don't get the sunlight they need. When you have a park exclusive for women, She will wait for an evening. She will wait for a morning. Hey, that's my place. She will rush to that place along with the children. Feel free, social chit-chat, walk around, maybe even run around with the saris. This is something that I am envisioning. I am not getting the chance. I don't know whether I'll have to take a private land now and open a park. I don't know. Because if I don't become the corporator or the MLA or the MP, then but still I want to see the dream fructify. Then I have to do it on my own private land. I don't have any private land. What to do, we will see. Maybe we can make a suggestion from the behalf of the OSWD, Genetics and the Rotaries that yes, please have a women's park in all the constituencies, all the wards. We can write something like that so that we at least there is a discussion on that. That's one thing. And that's again connected to the health actually. Health, the psychology, the productiveness and feel good, the feel good factor which is very important. And another one that I also solicit your feedback on is that right from 2012, from when I did this course, certificate course at IIM Bangalore, I have been suggesting that, or maybe we can think on it, as a well-being economist, I always found that there are so many assets which are, every asset is title-based, right? You have a title to the asset. Without the title and without the change and legality of the title that is already registered, you can't change, right? You can't sell. If the property is in somebody's name, another person can't take over the property and sell. But during my 24/7 literacy drives that I conduct through my foundation, when we go and interview these, work with them as a part of a literacy drive, these women who stay domestic workers, bolo or kai log bolo, they are staying in one-room houses, 1.5-room houses. The hall, there is a curtain, that's the kitchen, this is the room, that's it, a house. And there are 4 houses that share a bathroom. Young girls, young boys, they are going through tough times. It's I'm telling the fact of the day, not that what I saw some years ago. Aaj ki baat bata rahi hu. So in these, what I found is these women, they may have nothing at all, but at last there will be something, like it will be a motor anklets, which will be solely her property. Okay? Or it may be just a fingering, which she, after everything, nothing she has by in that one-room house with her 2 children and a drunken husband, she will still have a small ring, some small thing, which is of gold. That is her only asset in her name, still in her name, but that can be taken away any time by the husband and sold. Right? So, my kya propose kar rahi thi at my level, because I was made the Prime Minister and Finance Minister in that model parliament in IIMB. So, my unko boli ki we must have the documentation of gold also, the title deed of the gold also, so that they will not be able to sell. And that will have huge repercussions on the economy as well, on the valuation of gold, and especially empowering the woman, because now she holds a title, उसके पास अब कागज है, इस कागज के बगैर कोई भी उसके गोल्ड को लेके जाके बेच नहीं सकता. Nobody can sell. Property बेच सकता नहीं, बेच सकता, vehicle नहीं बेच सकते, तो गोल्ड कैसे बेचने में फिर इसकी गोल्ड है, इसकी गोल्ड बोलने के लिए क्या प्रूफ है, कुछ भी नहीं है, because he can take away and sell. So I was thinking that we have to have a title deed for gold as well. Why not? When a movable property vehicle can have a title deed and you cannot sell without the RC, without the owner, nothing we can sell, then how is gold being sold like that? कुछ हो ना हो, औरत के पास इतनी तो रहती है, उसके anklets तो रहते हैं, कुछ तो रहता है उनके पास. So this actually, when there is a title deed, it will give us some confidence. And also, I am a huge critic of the Shadi Mubarak. I think something should be done about the Shadi Mubarak and Kalyana Lakshmi. Let me tell you, doesn't empower women in any form. All the students of mine, I am telling you, once they are married के बाद आता है 1 lakh, and that for that 1 lakh which comes 8 to 9 months after marriage, the husband and the father are waiting for that Kalyana Lakshmi. Where is Kalyana Lakshmi? Amma ikkada undi, aa dabbulu ekkada unnai? Aa dabbulu kosam already itanu kaachukuని కూర్చున్నారు. Tandri husband already decide कर लेते, आते ही 50,000 इसको जाना है, 50,000 पर. Where is the girl? Is this empowerment of women? By God. If I were the chief minister, yes, Amma Ra. Graduation అయిపోయిందా నీ గ్రాడ్యుయేషన్ 3వ సంవత్సరంలో నీకు 2 బెడ్రూమ్ ఇల్లు ఇస్తాను. Which girl won't graduate herself Polomer? The girls will run to attain a degree. The women, the mothers will tell no, she has to get a degree. Why? Because the government is trying to empower them, pull the women towards education by telling that once you finish graduation, Amma, in particular, nee paylo కాగితాలతో పాటు నీ కొట్టిస్తున్నాం without any no selling rights. You will have it forever. This is how we empower our citizens. Empower. Not at why? God, I am asking, what is this 1 lakh by? Is it a dowry amount? Dowry is illegal, hai na? So, ammai ko dowry pe, ammai ko 1 lakh kai ko de rahe aap? We must know the answer. For what? Are you giving them 1 lakh? And at what stage are they getting it? They're getting 9 months after their marriage, 1 year after the marriage. I'm telling you the reality that I am facing. The students and everybody, public, when they call and they tell what is happening, this is what is the reality. How is it empowering the women? So these are all to be thought, and I think because you, the organizations that have actually gathered here, they are all socio-scientific thought. So everywhere in everything, every sphere, whether it is the agriculture, the ISRO, the oncology, and multiple factors, medicine line, I'm seeing you're all having a social bent. So you're literally social scientists. A very good, wonderful combination. So I think this is the right platform, and if I'm talking here with a great, great hope for something to come about, and that should come about only from women way. I'm telling you, nothing like a woman. Nothing like a woman. We precede everything. So now, that's all. I think I have left with a lot of food for thought, and people tell me how economics and where is environment, kya bhai, kya kar rahe aap? So I want to recollect Sundarlal Bahuguna's words. He's a leading environmentalist of the Himalayas. You know what he told? Ecology is economy, and environment is developmentable. There is no trade-off. There is no compromise. We saw how nature taught a lesson to the capital of India, Delhi, when the huge fog came during the winter. The capital came to a standstill. So we saw COVID-19, the world came to a standstill. We saw Joshimath, how the nature answered to all those bridges that were being built over there. We're seeing tsunamis, we're seeing floods, we're seeing everything. So it's about going with the nature rather than telling the nature, here we are, we and our technology, now, come on, you or me. No, it is not you or me, it is you and me. So also, on this August occasion, it would be wrong on my part if I don't recollect our beloved mothers of our country. Our mother, Talli Garu, Savitribai Phule Garu, and our mother, beloved mother, Fatima Sheikh Garu. These two women are a wonderful combination that our country witnessed in 1868 maybe, when they came up with their first school. That was a period when women's learning was considered as a sin. In those days, they walked outside their homes that they want to educate every woman, and gobar sab kachra unke upar pheka gaya tha. Kachra was thrown upon them. It did not affect them. They went on, and when they were removed from their basti, Fatima Sheikh ke ghar mein gaye. Fatima Sheikh gave them the shelter, and with her brother Usman Sheikh, the first school was opened then and there along with a library. Imagine the daredevil women. They are our beloved mothers. Any education, any RT seminar, anywhere I go, without taking their names, I can never end any session. And today, because it's about women, our India owes a lot to these two wonderful women. And they represent so much more than the education. They represent many more things of humanity. So I end and conclude with fond memories of our beloved mothers. And thank you all so much. And it is nothing short than of an honor to be with time, as each one is telling the field in which they work, the ISRO, the agriculture, the oncology and the medical. I am really overwhelmed to be here and to actually be a witness to such wonderful things, and the social organizations about Swikar and also, and I Aulappa garu. So I'm really very honored, and I particularly thank again these three organizations, and in particular Dr. Kaisar Jameen ji. Thank you all so much. May God bless you all.
Thank you, ma'am, for a very inspirational words. May I now move to the section of presentation of mementos to the dignitaries. So firstly, may I request Professor Kaisar ma'am and Chitra ma'am to kindly felicitate Dr. Lubna Sarwat madam as a token of gratitude.
We are giving awareness on health and genetics and other aspects. At the same time, the women need to be created awareness about how to protect themselves, self-defense.
So there are 3-4 angles here which we need to look into. It's not just about like as I just told, it's not just about a technological app or something that will come to our rescue. So first of all, the confidence generation is very important. So
the confidence generation is very, very important. But apart from that, as just now one awardee also had told, that the girls are raring to go to the field, but they are not being selected. Obvious reasons, because there is something working in the system that is not allowing or tuning the brains to look at the woman differently, as an object, as something else other than a human. So these two has to work together. First of all, system को ठीक करना है, where the approach and opinion on the woman is very, very basic, human and respectable approach. Now coming to this side of the woman herself, the confidence building is very important, because the way she's being treated in a home is it gives a confidence when you walk out of the home. So that confidence comes again from the home. The home should know how to treat the woman, which is not the case. I'm talking about across all walks of life. I'm not confining myself to anything, because I'm working on education front in all walks of life. So that is one thing. And second thing is, we are repeatedly putting a stress on the English of the woman. Now, people should not take me wrong here. I love every language and I believe in language economy. And I actually encourage Telugu, Urdu, Marathi. I actually sponsored one girl through my foundation. A girl who did 10th in Marathi, who told, I will do inter only in Marathi. I searched the entire Hyderabad for a Marathi college, and finally the DIEO, Prabhati Garu, she gave me, oh, I'm so happy you came to me. Send the girl to me, bolke, Kajipura mein there was a Marathi medium college. She did her inter by PC in Marathi medium. I believe in language economy, but I am conducting some English class also, because whether it's Urdu medium or Telugu medium or Marathi medium, they all are feeling that we must be able to speak in English. They are feeling that when we go out and speak in English, the other person is giving us more respect. They know what to do. So apart from training, furthering their education in their choice of medium, I am also giving them the English sort of speaking and smart speaking in English. I am so happy when they keep texting me in English, these Marathi medium, Urdu medium and Telugu medium. Oh, it gives me goosebumps. It's so lovely they are coming. So the confidence level is very important. And the third thing that I am focusing on, because a lovely medical team I am telling, I focus on their protein kits. In fact, I recommended government many times that in the ration shops or the PDA shops, you ought to start giving even milk and also even some dry fruits. I mean, people ridiculed me. But I said, yes, mine is, your Telangana to both Amir hai na. Telangana chala rich antunnaru kada. But ippandi PDS lo parliament enduku cheptunnanu, the health, it gives the more cognitive abilities ki daudata hai. It makes your cognitive abilities run. I think the doctors will appreciate this. And it is also affecting the body weight. So I actually am telling them that if you look at at least the people I'm working with, the women, how many children up to 14, 16 are taking milk only? They are not taking milk. Chinnappudu talli paalu tabtadu paalu tagatledu vallu. This is a fact. Ask all the doctors, your surveys, it's all coming out. And apart from that, the food is not nutritious at all. Their hygiene is not there. And if you survey to my literacy drive surveys, every third house there is a mentally retarded person in the urban slums. No sunlight, no nutrition. These are all the facts of my 24/7 literacy drive surveys. So all this propels me, that there is something very wrong in the system. And these people who are not having a proper stand, whether it comes to their ability to purchase, to eat something nutritious, with this ability to be able to dress properly, to speak English properly, these are all the wants and needs that are hurting us. So women ki kuda me ipudu cheppin prashniki, the confidence level is very important. Being able to hit back where they have to. This English is giving them the confidence. Their proper being able to eat properly, and so that they are literate now and they are not able to be deceived. The last point I also want to tell you, highlight is that when you go to MeSeva for change in Aadhaar card, we pay the nominal amount that is there. Akkada 30 rupees rasante 30 istamu, 50 unte 50 istamu. Managa జ్ఞానం ఉంది కాబట్టి వాళ్ళకి 300 rupees అంటే MeSeva అనే 200 300 300 ఈ అంటే 300 అటు ఇటు తిరిగి అడిగి ఇచ్చేస్తున్నారు వాళ్ళు. ఎందుకు వాళ్ళు ఇల్లిటరేట్ ఉన్నప్పుడు వాళ్ళకి ఆ పాయింట్ బుద్ధి చెప్తున్నా నేను చదువుకున్నాను కాబట్టి వాడు నన్ను మోసం చేయలేకపోతున్నాడు, నువ్వు చదువుకోలేదు కాబట్టి నిన్ను మోసం చేస్తున్నాడు, అది గుర్తు పెట్టుకొని చెప్తున్నాను. సో దాట్ దే విల్ యాక్చువల్లీ బి ప్రొపెల్డ్ టు స్టడీ, ప్రొపెల్డ్ టు అండర్స్టాండ్. ఇట్లాగే మరి పిల్లల దాంట్లో మదర్ స్టూడెంట్స్ మీటింగ్స్ ఏదైతే మేము కండక్ట్ చేస్తామో, ద మదర్స్ టు పిల్లల మదర్స్, ది పిల్లల మదర్స్ కూడా when they said, Baji, we want to get educated now. And they wrote inter now they are in Baba Saheb Ambedkar open institute BA చేస్తున్నారు వాళ్ళు. So this is how we have to push. A one-to-one push, a door-to-door push is very, very important. That's why I was very important. I'm very impressed by the way you told that they are active. Atlage chala health drives kuda chesanu, but of course I promoted a little of homeo here because government of Ayush ministry kuda what they put on the website. I took that and I promoted the homeo also in our wherever I can through my foundation. Visited various buses in Secunderabad and other places. And so all this is about they being confident, and that's the first and foremost thing that we have to take care of. And that comes with a number of factors. And of course the other factor is the system changing. When you are empowering the women, empowering the men, but there is a person over there, the opposite gender, 50% of the population, who is being invoked through various system generated things. For example, the liquor and the pills that I just talked about, 2 factors. These factors are not allowing or brainwashing every adult. There is a boy becoming an adult and he is being influenced by these 2 factors, and he is not able to see a woman as a human. And that is the defect in it. So we have to work on all these. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Really nice. When from what we are talking, we all are talking about the science and that is the right.
Thank you, ma'am. Request Professor Kaiser ma'am and Dr. Chitra ma'am to felicitate our chief guest, Dr. Lubna Saras madam.
Madam. Madam. Sir, close it, close it.
Thank you, ma'am. May I now request Professor Jyoti ma'am and Professor Kaiser ma'am to felicitate Shri Hanmant Rao sir as a token of gratitude.
కూర్చుంటాడు కదా నిల్చుంటాను తర్వాత నెక్స్ట్ సార్ ఇక్కడ సార్
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir. May I now request Professor Vijay Kadar, ma'am, and Vijay Lakshmi, ma'am, to felicitate Aulappa, sir, as a token of gratitude.
సార్ స్టాండింగ్ సార్ సార్ ఇక్కడ చూడండి సార్
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. May I now request Dr. Lubna Sarat, ma'am, and Hanman Rao, sir, to felicitate Dr. Vijay Kadar, ma'am, as a token of gratitude.
I don't know, I really deserve it or not. So nice. I'm really happy.
మేడం స్టాండ్
Okay. Yeah. Picture, no?
రైట్
Certificate also. Without doing any work, I'm getting the award, shawl, and the certificate. I'm proud of that. I'm really thankful to all the organizers for felicitating me. I'm supposed to conduct the plenary session, but because of the late time, I thought maybe because it's going to take another 5 or 10 minutes, I don't want to retain you people. Anyway, we have been discussing about the empowerment, equality, equity and everything. So many, all the intellectual persons actually, they have already spoken everything. So I don't want to retain you for some more time. So thank you very much. Now I can go? Yeah. Thank you, ma'am. But I will show you See, actually in the morning, we have felicitated most of the farmers, farm women in Oil Research Institute in Rajendra Nagar. I was so happy. Each woman was doing a wonderful job in their own field, starting from the extraction of the oil and entrepreneurship, innovative technologies, processing of the red gram and selling to the same organization. I was so happy, and because so many of the women folk, of course male were there only 10%. But anyway, see, one thing I tell you, whatever we do, we have to do it holistically. Their support should be there, either a father or a husband or uncle, whoever it is there, and the family support, either the parents or the in-laws. Without their support, we cannot say that we have achieved or we have got empowered or anything. So it is a holistic approach for the entire family. We should not forget about our male counterparts. This is my message to all of you. Thank you very much. Going together.
Thank you very much, ma'am, for the holistic message.
Anyway, something I have to speak. No, I have missed my plenary session, so I have to say something.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay.
We move forward. Now, may I request Aulappa, sir, and Lubna Sarat, madam, to facilitate Dr. Chitra Airavatham, madam, as a token of gratitude.
100%.
Thank you so much, ma'am. May I now request Sean. Thank you, sir. May I now request Hanuman Rao sir and Jyoti ma'am to felicitate Dr. Vijayalakshmi ma'am as a token of gratitude.
Madam, Madam.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. So with that, we conclude the inaugural session, and I now request.
See, we go now. So, madam, she didn't make a memento for herself. Photo అది కాదు ఫోటో కోసం ఎవరో ఒక మొమెంటో ఇచ్చేసి ఫోటో తీవయ్యా తర్వాత చూసుకోవచ్చు.
On behalf of OWSD and Rotary Club and Institute of Genetics, which is my alma mater. So I thank each one of you for being here today, especially Dr. Lubna, Dr. Aulappa sir, Dr. Hanumantrao sir, and all the awardees for taking the time out, coming here and allowing us to felicitate you and making us feel proud of such great women workers. And thank you all for being here. Thank you once again and wish you all a very happy International Women's Day.
Sir.
Did somebody sing the national So please stand for the national anthem.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना
तब शुभ नामे जागे, तब शुभ आशीष मागे, गाहे तब जय गाथा, जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता, जय हे जय हे जय हे, जय जय जय